Welcome back to Race Mountain Speedway for the NOSS Racing Series main event. We started off with 30 cars and we're down to the final 9. This special diecast racing event is brought to you by 3D Botmaker and Sub4RA. If you haven't already, make sure you go to the Sub4RA YouTube channel to watch the qualifying round and the segment racing. And while you're there, make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with the YouTube Cup and NOSS Racing Series. Joining me in the booth today is Rhino from Sub4RA.
Thank you, 3D, for having us back to Race Mountain, the NOSS Racing Series home away from home. And boy, am I ready for this one today.
Well, it's certainly been an exciting race so far with a lot of action on the track. Let's go ahead and take a look at the cars that qualified for this main event.
All right, in row 1 in the 7 car, we have Casey Atwood. He is your series points leader as of now. Next to him in the 43 car, we have Rico Singleman, 2 wins on the season. He has the most wins amongst the NOSS Racing Series crowd today. Next to him, rubber tire car, that Gatorade 88 Johnny Lightning chassis of Darrell Waltrip. Struggled early on this season, but has really picked it up as of late.
We're starting off 3 wide with 9 cars. The only question is, how many cars will make it past this first lap?
Well, bigger question is, who's Tim Flock gonna run over?
Mario Speedwagon tumbles over after turn 1.
Look at Tim Flock going backwards, a bull in a China shot, but Rico Singleman leads it after 1 lap.
And wait a minute, how did Mario Speedwagon get all the way down to the finish line?
Well, I guess he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Mario Speedwagon sliding around on the side, and wait a minute.
And not to be outdone, Kenny Irwin falls on his lid, but with the help of Rusty Wallace, corrects it and is still in the race as well.
What a wild first lap that was. 2 cars ended up on their roofs, but somehow got flipped back over and made it down the track.
Well, between the segment racing and this first lap, I'm gonna have to take a nap before we start the second lap.
Well, hopefully that's a quick power nap because all 9 cars are back at the start with Rico Singleman in the pole position. Tim Flock gets sideways in front of the pack.
There goes Darrell Waltrip. I don't think anybody's gonna rescue him. Oh, at the finish!
A major wreck down at the bottom of the track, and we've got some casualties here.
It looks like 3 of them, 3D. Darrell Waltrip, Tony Stewart in the 20 car, and finally, he's no longer cuckoo enough for Cocoa Puffs, Mario Speedwagon out of the race. But look at Tim Flock, sandwiched in between Rico Singleman and the finish gate, and look at Casey Atwood. You had to figure with those 3 powerhouses starting on, wow, look at Flock almost off the track. I'm at a loss for words, but you got to figure with those 3 cars both on the front line, something was bound to happen.
Just a reminder of Race Mountain rules. If you wreck but pass the finish line, you can still race.
I think if we didn't have that rule, we probably wouldn't have. Oh! Yeah, that's an El Rico.
Rico Singleman getting pushed completely off the track. Tim Flock is up on top of Casey Atwood. This is complete madness on the track.
It's almost like the old wrestling days of getting thrown over the top ropes. That would have been a disqualification back in the old NWA days.
Rico Singleman does pass the finish line, so he is still in the race.
Well, if NASCAR Diecast and Popcorn had a baby, that's what it would look like right there.
All 6 drivers are still in it. Casey Atwood tried to sneak right under Tim Flock to claim that second place spot, but that's not going to happen.
Okay, when the gate drops, this is the white flag, 1 to go.
Tim Flock sliding around turn 1. He's in the lead.
Rico Singleman tailing him. He's got a shot. No! Flock spins around for the win. He doubles up here at Race Mountain.
Impressive driving by Tim Flock. His second win here at Race Mountain Speedway.
3D. Cars can't start in the rear and win here, can they?
Oh, no, definitely not.
No, not possible.
It was a back and forth between Tim Flock and Rico Singleman. Tim Flock coming out ahead there at the end.
Very impressive run by Kenny Irwin. Casey Atwood, another great points day, and Kyle Busch still seeking that first career win.
And there he is, the man, the myth, the legend, driving that old school car, Tim Flock in the 60 car.
Congratulations goes out to Tim Flock yet again, as well as Scott Engineering, Nick Devers Racing, for sweeping Race Mountain. What are the odds of that? Now, there were a few of you who picked Tim Flock to take it here at Race Mountain today. Jacob Chaplin, Julius Harris, Nero 62, Of course, Nick Devers, Ray Craze, and Dylan Kraft. Congratulations on realizing Tim Flock is the real deal here at Race Mountain.
What a great way to wrap up the NOSS Racing Series here at Race Mountain Speedway.
There you have it, fans who wanted a road course. I present you Race Mountain Speedway.
And once again, make sure you go to the Sub 4RA YouTube channel to stay up to date with the NOSS Racing Series. Until next time, I'm 3D Botmaker.
And I'm Rhino from the Sub 4RA channel.
And we'll see you on the track.